hindi po yan ganun. Ang trabaho lang po ng House of Representatives is to determine kung meron bang sufficient form, substance dun sa impeachment complaint para i-refer nila sa Senate yung tinatawag na Articles of Impeachment. Tapos yung Senate po, yun yung magta-try ng impeachment proceeding proper. Sila po yung magiging impeachment trial court. So para po mas maintindihan nyo or mas ma-visualize ninyo, yung Congress po, yung lower house po dito sa impeachment proceeding, para po sila yung fiscal na nag-conduct ng preliminary investigation to determine kung there is sufficient substance, form, para i-submit dun sa korte or sa Senate yung actual impeachment complaint. Kasi in regular criminal cases po kasi, if it is subject to preliminary investigation, ang procedure po niyan is ipafile muna sa fiscal, i-review natin ng fiscal, tapos pagtingin ng fiscal sufficient yun siya, ipafile niya yan ngayon sa korte para ma-file na yung criminal case proper. So parang ganyan din po yan sa impeachment. I-reviewin muna ng lower house, tapos pag sufficient siya, ipafile or isa-submit po nila ngayon sa Senate for the impeachment trial. Pero tandaan nyo rin po, in an impeachment case, hindi naman po to siya equivalent to a criminal case. Ang main purpose lang po ng impeachment is purely political, meaning ang objective lang po nito is tanggalin sa pwesto yung impeachable officer. Binigay ko lang po as analogy yung sa regular criminal cases kasi in a sense parang ganun po kasi yung procedure. Pero again, tandaan, hindi po criminal in nature ang impeachment, hindi po ibig sabihin porket na file or na-endorse ang articles of impeachment is criminal na agad yung impeachable officer involved. So unang-una po ang tatandaan natin is that in the case of Francisco versus House of Representatives, yung 2003 case po, it is one of the landmark cases po talaga when it involves impeachment. Ang sabi po dyan sa case na yan is that unang-una hindi po pwede makialam yung korte kung what constitutes as an impeachable offense. Therefore, hindi ko po i-discuss yung substance ng impeachment complaint. However, ang pwede po gawin dito ng isang concerned citizen or ng aggrieved party is pwede naman po questionin kung nasunod ba talaga yung rules of procedure when it comes to the initiation of an impeachment complaint. At dahil po dyan, ipapakita ko po sa inyo ngayon kung ano ba talaga yung constitutional provision with regards to impeachment, the initiation of an impeachment proceeding. So explain ko po muna yung sa side ni VP Sara, okay? So titingnan po natin under the Constitution, nakalagay po dyan is that yung pag-initiate po ng impeachment complaint, dapat po niyan upon filing within 10 days po is malagay na yan siya sa order of business within 10 session days po. And then after po niyan, pag nasa order of business na po, within 3 session days naman po is dapat ma-refer na siya sa appropriate committee, which is yung Committee on Justice po yan. So yan po yung under the Constitution, okay? Tapos titingnan din po natin dyan sa Constitution, nakalagay po dyan is yung House of Representatives din po has the power to promulgate the rules with regards to impeachment proceeding. So ngayon tingnan po natin yung rules ng 19th Congress in relation to impeachment proceedings. Ang difference po ng rules ng House of Representatives at ng Constitution is dun po sa rules ng Congress, meron pong additional requirement which is dapat daw po i-file yung impeachment complaint sa
kahit anong hirap, basta't wala pong
filing impeachment complaint sa Office of the Secretary General, tapos yung Secretary General is i-refer niya to ngayon sa Office of the Speaker. So dito po ngayon papasok yung first argument ni VP Sara. Kasi kung titingnan po natin dun sa constitutional provision regarding the filing, wala naman pong requirement na dapat sa Office of the Secretary General ipa-file and then a referral to the Office of the Speaker. Ang nakalagay lang po sa Constitution is that after filing po within 10 session days is dapat malagay na siya sa order of business ng House of Representatives, and then after po nung 10 days is dapat within 3 session days is ma-refer na po siya dun sa Committee on Justice. So dito po lalabas ngayon yung first argument for VP Sara, considering na yung additional requirement kung saan dapat sa Office of the SecGen muna i-file and then an eventual referral to the Office of the Speaker, pwede po niya matalo or it will go against dun sa 10 days and 3 days rule na required lang po ng Constitution natin, di ba? Kasi kung titingnan po natin ang nangyari po dito sa situation ni VP Sara, yung una pong impeachment complaint na final sa kanya was on December 2 pa po. Tapos ngayon, titingnan po natin yung fourth impeachment complaint is today lang final, which is February 5 or more than 2 months after the first filing, okay? At ang reason po kung bakit na-emphasize ko na important talaga na dapat sundin lang yung 10 days and 3 days rule ng Constitution is because once po kasi na-initiate na properly initiated na ang isang impeachment complaint, papasok na ngayon yung 1-year bar or yung prohibition permission to file another impeachment complaint. Okay, so yun po talaga yung importance itong dinidiscuss ko. Kasi kung susundin po natin yung Constitution lang, yung 10 days and 3 days rule, dapat po matagal nang na-refer sa Committee on Justice yung impeachment complaint against VP Sara, okay? And as held po in the case of Francisco versus House of Representatives, the 2003 case, once po na-file na yung impeachment complaint at na-properly refer na po sa Committee on Justice, the impeachment complaint has been deemed initiated. Therefore, yung 1-year prohibition or bar to file another impeachment complaint already applies. Okay, so if apply po natin yan ngayon sa situation, since December 2 pa nga po yung una, kung nasunod yung 10 days and 3 days, dapat matagal na yung first 3 impeachment complaints is napunta na talaga sa Committee on Justice. At kung na-refer na yun sa Committee on Justice, itong pinaka-present po or pinaka-recent na impeachment complaint, the 4th impeachment complaint which was filed today lang po, February 5, is hindi na pwede tanggapin yan ng Congress because mag-a-apply na po yung 1-year prohibition or yung 1-year bar under the Constitution. So yan po yung pwedeng argument ni VP Sara against the procedural lapses po ng House of Representatives regarding the impeachment complaints filed against her. Tapos pwede rin po idagdag ni VP Sara as additional argument is that kung hindi po mag-step in yung Supreme Court dito to determine the constitutionality of the rules of the House of Representatives, pwede pong ma-abuse yung Constitution considering pwede lang gumawa ng mga additional requirements yung House of Representatives na wala naman sa Constitution, kung saan yung mga requirements po under the Constitution when it comes to the initiation and filing of impeachment proceedings is pwede pong ma-alter or madagdagan ng kung ano-ano na lang requirements basta maisipan ng House of Representatives. Okay, so quick reminder lang po everyone, kung nag-enjoy po kayo sa video ko, huwag niyo po sana kalimutan mag-subscribe kung nasa YouTube kayo at mag-follow naman po kung nasa Representatives kung ano yung pwede nilang arguments dun sa lahat ng sinabi ko. Of course, unang-una po nilang argument dyan or unang-una nilang defense is that they have the constitutional power to make the internal rules regarding po the impeachment proceedings nila. Therefore, since may internal rules sila, pwede nila idagdag yung additional requirement na yun na dapat i-file sa Office of the SecGen and a referral to the Office of the Speaker. Yan yung po yung pwede nilang defense. At yung second defense po nila na pwede gamitin na kahit pa po sabihin natin ma-declare as unconstitutional yung requirement nila na filing sa Office of the SecGen then referral to the Speaker, wala naman pong actual referral pa na nangyari talaga dun sa Committee on Justice. Therefore, the prohibition or the 1-year bar po will not apply pa since there was no proper initiation of the impeachment complaint. So yan po yung pwedeng defense naman ng House of Representatives. So kung makikita po niya, interesting po talaga yung arguments, yung legal arguments for both parties, diba? Kasi dun sa side ni VP Sara, pwede niyang i-argue na i-declare as unconstitutional yung requirement na yun kasi dahil po doon na-defeat yung 10 days and 3 days only rule. Therefore, sobrang tagal bago na-refer sa Committee on Justice. Tapos doon naman po sa side ng Congress, pwede rin nila i-argue na kahit na ma-declare as unconstitutional yun, is wala namang actual referral, therefore walang actual initiation of an impeachment complaint. Consequently, hindi pa nag-a-apply yung 1-year bar, okay? So kung makikita po nyo, interesting po talaga to. At kung sino po yung tama dun sa dalawa, hindi ko po yan masasagot because this will be the first time ever na magkakaroon ng ganitong legal issue. So maganda po sana talaga dito is yung si VP Sara or the aggrieved party is pumunta po sa korte para ipa-interpret talaga kung ano ba yung proper interpretation of the law in relation dito sa situation with regards her impeachment. So yan po yun because again, tatandaan po natin, if there are two clashing legal opinions po, the proper remedy is always to go to court para po yung korte mag-decide kung sino dun sa dalawang legal opinion ang tama. Hindi po si VP Sara magde-decide niyan kung tama siya, hindi po yung Congress. So yan po yun. Again, antayin natin kung ano yung magiging development. At kung curious kayo or kung gusto nyo pa manood ng other impeachment videos, meron po akong mga prior